Once upon a time, there was a small village at the edge of the forest. The villagers lived happily and peacefully until one day, strange things began to happen. Children would often wake up screaming in the middle of the night, claiming that they had seen a shadowy figure lurking in their room. The villagers dismissed their fears, thinking it was just their imagination. However, things took a turn for the worse when one day, a little girl named Lily disappeared without a trace. The villagers searched high and low but could not find any clues as to what happened to her. Soon after, more children started to disappear, and the villagers became increasingly terrified. They started to believe that something sinister was lurking in the forest and was taking their children away. One night, a group of children decided to explore the forest, hoping to find some answers. They wandered deep into the woods, and as they walked, they heard strange whispers and saw shadows moving in the trees. Suddenly, they stumbled upon an old, abandoned cottage. The cottage was dark, and the windows were boarded shut, but the children could sense that something was inside. As they approached the cottage, they heard a creaking sound coming from the front door. The door slowly opened, and a figure appeared in the doorway. It was a woman, dressed in a tattered cloak, with long hair covering her face. The children were too scared to move, and the woman beckoned them inside. The cottage was dimly lit, and the air was thick with the scent of rotting wood. As they walked deeper into the cottage, they saw a room filled with children's toys, but the toys were old and worn, with cobwebs covering them. The woman told them that she was a witch and that she had been taking the children as sacrifices to her dark master. The children were paralyzed with fear, and they realized that they were trapped. They tried to run, but the witch was too powerful. She cast a spell, and the children were frozen in place. The witch cackled with delight as she prepared to sacrifice the children to her dark master. Suddenly, a bright light filled the room, and a figure appeared in the doorway. It was the village elder who had come to rescue the children. The elder fought bravely against the witch, and after a fierce battle, he managed to break the spell and free the children. The witch disappeared into thin air, and the children were returned to their families, safe and sound. From that day on, the villagers never entered the forest again, and they warned their children to stay away from the old, abandoned cottage. They knew that the witch may have been defeated, but there were other dangers lurking in the forest, waiting to strike. And so, the village returned to its peaceful existence, but the memory of the witch and her dark magic lingered on, a cautionary tale for generations to come.